right about that location there. So it's very large. They had quite a difficult time breaking it apart, but they managed to do that. As you can see, sort of from this angle, there's along either side of the trench. You see the pipes are already coming out. The drains that are on the side of the building. That's okay. They're going to dump obviously into the trench, and then the water will hold it. And down right about where the excavator is there, on the other side of the sidewalk, is where some of the problems rest. The other location is on the other side, and they're doing some rock chipping on that. In this particular spot, they ran into what looked like a transformer pad. It's a pretty thick slab of concrete, and it was too much for the excavator to handle, so they got the bigger gear in here right now. So just to kind of get a look at what was there and how this trench looks. This is obviously the side of the aerospace building. This whole back side, they've already got the pipes run down that would come into this trench that's going to run parallel to the building. However, there may be some issues with that area. This is the concrete and the trench that they've gotten. You can see that it was a sizable chunk of reinforced concrete, and so a little difficult to get out of there, but they've got it broken apart, and then I'm sure they're gonna just remove that rock. So here's the trench, and it looks pretty clean. Everything looks like no problem, not really running into any infrastructure issues or any problems here. Now, because of the issues with the trench that is going to run parallel to the building long ways here, pointing straight in front of us basically, this is where there's a lot of infrastructure, and we're starting to run into some of those things. I'll show you in just a second in the video. But one of the alternatives that we've discussed is in this area right here. Okay, you see the ambulance bay, there's the trench, and the new trench was supposed to run basically right here going that way. One of the things that Hector thought might work is to, in this area that I'm looking at right now, basically dig out a large, basically holding area that would be the same cubic volume that we would be trenching out along the back end of the building, and simply direct the water from the gutters into a 10-inch pipe that would eventually land in a 10-foot deep by like whatever size that he figured out it would have to be around. Obviously the same methods would be used. It would be filled with the rock and the aggregate, and then topped with whatever. Okay, I'm not sure that that would hold all of the volume, but as an alternative, I think that this will work. If we did a hole here, I'm pretty certain that there's very little stuff underneath this area. There may be an electrical line or something going to these bollards that are right there, but everything else should be fairly clear.